Green flag comes out. We're off and running. Flying Ryan Tim's going to get a slide job laid on him down into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side back beyond. We left one parked, and that is Justin Grant. Oh, my goodness. The NOS Energy Drink starting can side by side up front. Flying Ryan Tim's, Jade Avedissian. We're back underway. Tim's down on the inside. Avedissian looking for the cushions. Got a good rip around the rim. Hot on the heels. Here we go. 3 wide for the race lead. Avedissian out onto the point. Slide job up across the racetrack. Tim's trying to come back to the inside. Jade leads him across for lap number 1. Here comes Tim's out across. Jade's going to let him sweep on through. Now looks to the inside. Flying Ryan able to hold her at bay for now. She'll carry some speed down into turn number 3 and 4 and onto the front straightaway. Still pestering as we bring it across for lap number 2. Back behind, Thorson's about to get some company out of the number 25 car of Jake Andriotti down low as we lost 2 of them off the cushion down at turn number 1 and 2. Look out right into traffic. My goodness. Curb kind of gave away on him, and unfortunately puts the 71 back into the mix or back into the fields. We lost another one off the top shelf. That's your race leader, Flying Ryan Tim's back here dabbling around the number 67. She's treacherous coming out turn number 2. As soon as I look back in the field, somebody leaves the racetrack. As Timms throws a slider down the corner, he'll try it again. Found the mark that time, picks up the number 1 spot, is able to get back around Logan Seavey. Seavey down low though, keeping company hard. I thought she was going to take a shot. His leg got a slow one on the back straightaway. Dipping off back into the pit area, and we lost another one off the top shelf. That's Justin Grant out in no man's land. Now the number 2 is going to give up whatever real estate he had gained earlier on in this race. As he battles back onto the racetrack. Meanwhile, Tim's into heavy lap traffic down into turn number 1. There's not a lot of traction to be found in that middle part of it. As Tim's now drops the nose again, he's going to have company. Here comes Andriotti in the 25 cars. Quickly back up to the number 2 spot. Slide job or drive job for your race lead. Tim's turns him back to the inside. Flying Ryan tosses her down into turn number 3. Andriotti working hard down to the insides. Got him. He'll pick up the number 1 spot that time around. Now, here comes Tim's. Right back at Andriotti. Throws a little slider of his own in the 67 car. Jake keeping him company down into turn number 3. And Tim's trying to escape out of turn number 4 down the front chute. Soon to be a handful of laps remaining. It'll be 5 to go. Tim's out over the cushion. He's got trouble. Back onto the racetrack he goes. There's your 5 to go that time across the strike. 25 of Jake Andriotti wasn't close enough to capitalize, but Flying Ryan Tim's almost got high centered on the curb down at turn number 3 and 4. Calms himself down and gets back after it again. And hustles on across, but Jake Andriotti saw that. Just couldn't get close enough to do anything about it. As a white flag comes out up front. Flying Ryan Tim's hustles out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. And the first night here at the Belleville High Banks, first stop in a long time, is going to go to Flying Ryan Tim's as he picks up the win. Keith Coons, Kerr Magajanian, JBL, Toyota, TRD, up and out of the car he comes. Let him hear you, race fans. Make some noise for Flying Ryan Tim's.
Ryan, I was just talking about how big of a statement this would be for you and your team to pick up the win. First night out in this car for you. In your eyes, how big of a statement is this for you?
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal to me. I'm really glad, we could come out and get the win right off the rip. And I thought it was an amazing track tonight. Hats off to the track crew. And it was just, I gave it away 2 times. I got over the lip and wanted 2 and managed to come back out in second and get back by him. And then about stalled it in 3 and 4, and somehow it kept going. So I'm just super lucky. And we were really fast. I want to thank Jarrett, Tanner, Caleb. They have this deal on rails. And I want to thank JBL, Toyota, everyone. And thank you to all the fans for coming out. I know it wasn't the greatest showing, but thank you all for coming out.
You talked about how tough this racetrack was. How physically demanding and mentally demanding was the racetrack here this evening?
Yeah, it was. It was really racy all night. It was 2 lanes in the heat race, and then there in the feature, I didn't really know where to run. And I think when I plowed the curb in 1 and 2, it took it all down, and so there was nothing to lean on getting into 1. So I just started sliding myself at the end, and it managed to work out. And I'm glad we could get the win.
Ryan Tim's your winner here on night number 1 of the season with the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midgets.